Hi, I'm Lisa from Cardinian Moon. This video is to say thank you to our paramedics who work tirelessly all year, 365 days. We just wanted to give something back to you guys, so we've decided to give you some readings. What we've got here is I've got 5 piles of cards. If you can think of a number between 1 and 5, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can count higher than that. But if you can think of a number between 1 and 5 that resonates with you, then that will be the pile that I will read. Just think of the number in your head. If you have a look in the comments below, once this has been posted, you'll find a timestamp for each pile number. And if you just click on that, it will take you directly to the pile that you're interested in. So like I said, we just wanted to say a big thank you to you guys. You work tirelessly. I would personally like to mention the Essex Air Ambulance and all the ambulance and paramedics that work in Essex, because Essex UK I should say, because you guys have saved my bacon more than once, in fact more than 4 times. So thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart, and it's nice to know you're there for us and you know that we can feel safe. So without further ado, I will get started with pile 1. Just one thing, bear in mind that energies can go one way or the other. So you know, if I say she, it might be he, or it could be the energies or the reading that I'm reading could be someone close. It could actually be someone close around you, like a spouse, family member, friend, something along them lines. What I've done is I've actually got 3 gilded tarot cards, 2 psychic tarot cards. Did I do 2 romancing the angel cards? Yep, 2 romancing cards, romancing angel cards, and 1 angel answer card. With the angel answer card, I will leave it at the side until I've finished your pile reading. And then if you just think of a question, this should answer your question. And then 9 times out of 10, I tend to read it intuitively and see if it actually ties in with the rest of the reading. And most of the time it does, thankfully. So, okay, without further ado, I will start with pile number 1. I've made a bit of a mess here. Excuse me. And let's see what we got for you, pile number 1. Okay, manifesting new beginnings, passionate new beginnings, lots of new beginnings. Okay, that's your angel answer card. Okay, so with regards to your personal life, family life, love life, things like that, there's been some deception. Someone's not been telling the full truth. Now, like I said, energies can go one way or the other. This might be you, this might be someone else. This can involve children or young people within the family or young friends, things like that. I'm feeling it could be maybe something to do with what do we call it over here, child support or something along them lines. Maybe someone hasn't been declaring exactly how much they're earning, or so you know you're not getting the alimony or whatever word you want to call it that you feel you should be getting, or something like that. Maybe someone's pregnant and has not told their partner yet. That's also feasible. If I've just ruined the surprise, I'm really sorry. Maybe you were hoping to tell them on Christmas Day and I've just killed it, so apologies if that's the thing. Definitely got new beginnings here. Manifesting what you want. It's very possible it could be something creative. It's also possible if you're single, you've got a fire sign coming in. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or maybe you're the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and you're bringing up a new sign for you. You've got some money coming in from somewhere, but I don't think you're thinking of starting a new venture. I don't feel that's the case for any of you, but I do feel there may be a possible promotion, or some of you have got your eyes on a promotion or something like that within the workplace, and you're thinking of aiming for it in the new year, but you've definitely got the strength and the know-how to do this job, if that is what you're thinking of. Or it could be you've set your sights on someone. If you're single, you set your sights on someone. Like I said, could be a possible fire sign, and you're sort of heading towards that. I feel you know what you want now and what you don't want. I do feel that's definitely definitely where you're at. And like I said, spiritually, you're sound as a pound at the moment. I feel there was probably some previous upsets, possibly to do with this financial situation within the love life, or that, like I said, this. See, when I say deception, I don't want you to think of it as someone like barefaced lying to you, because I don't feel that's the issue. I just feel someone's not admitted the whole truth, like told you the whole truth, admitted the whole truth. Some things have been left out, but I don't feel. I also feel it could be that they're that this might be a new love, and they're afraid of telling you too much too soon, so they're being a little I don't want to say immature, that's not the word. They're being kind of childlike with it in the cautiousness sort of way, if that makes sense. I'm not articulating that very well. You know how children can sometimes be a little bit shy. You know, they're a little bit shy about telling you too much at the moment. So that is very, very feasible as well. But I do see this as being a passionate relationship. If this is a new relationship, like I said, if it's sort of family issues, someone from your past or something like that, then I feel there's possible lies over alimony or child support, things along them lines. Someone might not be declaring the full income or something like that. Okay, but yeah, this new beginning. I mean, like I said, it could be a creative beginning. You could be manifesting a new creative beginning, or going into something, a new hobby or something that you're very, very passionate about. I do see positivity in your money, though. I do, and like I said, it could be from this new creative, passionate beginning, or it might be that it could possibly be that you've decided to move in with someone, and therefore, you know, your income for the household has doubled. But that is pretty much, I have to keep them short and sweet, sorry, because I've got quite a few to do, and it is a thank you. So with that being said, that is pretty much your reading, but everything looks good. I don't see any major upsets. Yeah, it's all good. So that is your reading for pile number 1. If you think of your question, and I'll show you what the angel answer card says. Sorry, my dog is being a nightmare. So I'll give you a second to think of your question. Okay, the answer you've got, not the right time. But I still feel if you're going after a promotion or something, I do feel that would be, all right, maybe not the tail end of this year is the right time, maybe not January, but I feel springtime onwards would be the right time if you were thinking of a new, like a sort of promotion, or going for a promotion, or a change of departments or something at work. I feel that ties in with that part of the reading. Okay, but obviously there was a question in your head, and hopefully not the right time has answered it. All right, my lovelies, so that's pile number 1. Again, thank you so much for everything you do, and a special shout out to our Essex paramedics and ambulance staff, and our air ambulance, from me to you. Thank you. Okay, moving on to pile number 2. Yes, now pile number 2, when I was pre-shuffling the cards for you, you had what I call 4 jumpers. They're cards that jump out and want to get involved. So I took all 4. The other piles only got 3 of the Gilded Tarot. You got 4. Now, good news is you have got 3 moving forward cards. Now, I'm hoping this is something you want to do. I feel this is... All right, let's start at the beginning. That's probably better. You and someone else were working on something. You were building something together, and it may have been financial. Then again, looking at this, it may have been a relationship. But with a possible Taurian, or an earth sign, or a fire sign. Your fire signs are Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Or you've got Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo here as well. Now, what's happened is there's been some conflict. You were building things were going great. It was all going well. There was like bursts of new ideas. There was there could have been a possible pregnancy, or though, yeah, a possible pregnancy, though I'm not feeling that strongly, to be honest. But now there's been rows, and there's been conflict, and there's been arguments, and things have got quite heated. Okay, now, like I said, this could be relationship wise, or this could be work wise, but things have got quite heated. Now the thing is, actually, I'm just going to say it like it is. The thing is, you're going to be victorious in this, because you were in the right. You were in the right with whatever this situation was. You were in the right. Okay, and there's going to be well, I mean, both these cards are about moving on, about being victorious, moving on, just getting on with what it is you want to do. So whatever this situation is, I don't feel it's going to hang around in your mindset for quite a long time. I feel you're just going to be, it is what it is. It's happened. I've dealt with it. It's done. I'm off. I'm doing what I've got to do. Okay. Now, the love cards you've got here, this is why I think it might be, some of this conflict might be to do with a relationship, is because I've got keep an open mind and retreat. So maybe I feel that you might meet someone new, and they're not going to be your usual type. If you've normally got a type, or you know, you find that there's a sort of common denominator. I'm not saying it has to be a physical type. It could be a certain way they speak, a certain characteristic, or something like that. If you feel you know, you've got a type like that, this new person, right, is going to be different from that. That's if we're talking relationship wise. Okay, if you are already in a relationship, you might find something's happened or transpired with your partner, and the dynamics of the relationship are changing, and you're not too sure whether you're okay with this. Some of you may leave this relationship and decide it's not worth the hassle. I'm sorry about my phone. Let me see if I can shut that up. Yeah, some of you may feel it's not worth the hassle. It's not worth the grief or anything like that, and you might just leave it. And again, that might be where you're feeling victorious, and you know you was in the right. Maybe they done you wrong, maybe they cheated on you, maybe, I don't know, you know your situation, and you're just moving on from it. The other thing it might be is that a new person's coming in, and it's going to be almost like a soulmate connection, but they're not like anyone you've ever been with before, like at all. Or, sorry, I've skipped a bit, or the dynamics have changed within your relationship, and you're just going to take a step back and go, well, hang on a minute, am I all right with the way this has changed? Am I all right with the way this is going? Actually, you know, like, maybe you need to sort of just step back, have a look and go, all right, try and keep an open mind over this. Try and perceive this from their point of view, or something along them lines, and then it's going to be okay. All right, but like I said, so that's only going to be a small percentage of you. The majority of you, if you are in a stable relationship and you're done, you're definitely moving on, and you were right. Okay, if it's a new relationship, you're currently single. If it's a new relationship, then you know, give this person a chance. This person isn't going to be your normal type, so to speak. So give them a chance, because I don't think it's going to be bad, and I think you two might end up sort of separating yourself from the crowd and sitting down and having little chats together, and actually sort of engaging and learning new things about life itself as well as about each other. If this was a work situation where you've had the conflicts and the rows and God knows what else, again, you were in the right. Okay, you were in the right. If it's with a certain department or someone, just let it go. Just let it go. Just move on. Emotionally move on for it. The thing is, there's been, I think you stated your case quite clearly. Do you know what I mean? I really feel, because we've got a sword card here, and normally that's very articulate and very intelligent, very good at getting their eloquent, very good at getting their point across. So I feel you stated your case quite clearly, and you've basically gone boom, 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 end of. You know, and that's that, and it's finished now. And it doesn't matter if they want to say something to you or not. You're done. Finished. Okay. All right. So that is pile number 2. Now, if you just think of a question, we've got your angel answers card here. I'll give you a second to think of a question, and this should answer your question for you. And then I will see how it intuitively fits in with the reading I've just done for you guys. Okay. Communicate clearly. Well, like I just said before I pulled this up, I feel you've already done that. If you feel you haven't actually said everything you want to say, then go ahead and say something else. Or if you feel, like I said, energies can be reversed in readings. If you feel everyone has got everything off their chest and you haven't got everything off your chest, then it's time for you to communicate clearly. But do it, like I said, with eloquence. You don't need to effing blind. You don't need to shout or raise your voice. Just state the facts. State the facts of exactly what it is you want to say. And I think things will be all right. But like I said, whatever it is, I think it's done. Okay, my lovelies. Again, thank you so much for everything you do, especially, like I said, personally, my favourites, Essex, the Essex Paramedics ambulance crew, and Air Essex, the ambulance, Air Essex ambulance, Air Ambulance Essex. You know what I mean. All right. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, and may you continue. Thank you. Okay, moving on to pole number 3 now. Oh, we are working hard. What are we doing? Oh, what is it we want? What are you after? Okay. Okay, we've nearly got a completion here. It's possible it could be a completion with a fire sign. Your fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You've been working really hard, like really hard, and not just in work, in something you're passionate about. And we've got a message coming in. I don't know if this is a message you're waiting on, and it could come in via email, Facebook, plenty of fish, but basically somewhere over the internet, or it could be coming in from via letter, something along them lines. It's written word. Okay, maybe a phone call, but I feel it's more text message, email, something along them lines. Okay, and it may have something to do with your finances. I feel like you've got a trade-off, right? You've got this thing you're passionate about, this creative thing you're passionate about, and you've got this work situation, and it's like you're waiting for, it's almost like you've got a choice between the two. So do you go off and do this passionate thing? Like I said, it could be a possible fire sign, because we could be talking people here or situations. So it works like this. You're waiting to hear on a message, right? This message will help you decide whether, if it's work related or just life related, right? It's going to be whether to continue job wise and physically as you are, or do the passionate creative situation. You'll know what your situations are, so it's going to be one or the other. If we're talking people, we're talking either a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, or we are talking Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So it could be maybe you've got a choice between people. One or both of them may have already made you an offer for, I don't want to say love, that's feasible, or a gesture. I mean, that if it is some sort of romantic gesture, it's coming quite on and off, and there doesn't seem to be much of a backbone to it. Okay. The thing is, though, whether this is a physical situation or a job situation or a love situation, there's a trade-off. Okay. And you're aware there's a trade-off, but you would rather it came without a trade-off. Obviously, who wouldn't? But I feel you're more drawn to the money side, the the job side or the earth side. The earth side, again, like I said, is Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus. I feel you're personally more drawn to that than you are to the passionate, creative or possible fire sign. I feel you're going to go more that way. But like I said, there's a message waiting to come in, or you have already had a sort of flimsy offer. Like I said, could be a work offer, could be a love offer, could be something like that along them lines, but you're not really, it just seems a bit, it seems a little fickle, if that makes sense. It seems a little fickle. Okay, now in your love cards, so to speak, the romance and the angels, we've got an unrequited love and a flirt. So again, I feel this might be, if we coincide it with what I've got here for you in the tarot, is it could be maybe one of the signs, maybe the fire sign or the earth sign, is really, really loving you and you're not really feeling it. And the other one you feel very flirtatious towards, and there's flirting going on. Okay, or it might be vice versa. It might be unrequited love from the fire sign and you're flirting with the earth sign, or it might be you're flirting with the fire sign and it's unrequited love from the earth sign. Did I just switch them around correctly? Get the joint. You get the joint. Get the gist. I have only been on water today. It's Christmas Eve, but I have only been on water, I promise you. Look, see, nearly empty. I feel it's that. Now, bear in mind, obviously, with readings, that energies can go one way or the other. So, it could be you've unrequited love with an earth sign or with a fire sign, or you're flirting with one or the other, you know, or they could be doing that with you. Okay, but I do feel you feel more connected towards getting your finances in order, a job that you feel is more stable, and a relationship that you feel is more stable. But like I said, you're waiting on some sort of message to come in. Okay, like I said, via text, email, something along them lines, and that, I think that's going to help you choose. But I think you're hoping for the earth sign or the work situation. You're not, even though you're passionate about something, you're more worried about getting the stability of your finances and stuff like that in order at the moment. Okay, and you're not 100% sure whether some things are worth the sacrifice. Okay, right. If you ask yourself a little question, I will show you the angel answer card. I'll give you a second to do that. Okay, if you believe. I hope that makes sense to your question. Maybe it's through this message coming in. Maybe you know what you want the message to say. Maybe it's time for you to sort of magic it into existence, so to speak. Maybe you've got an idea this message is going to go one way or the other, and you're hoping for, like I said, you're hoping for this a more financial stable thing than something you're passionate about, even though you've worked on the passionate side. Well, you've worked on both. You've been working on your finances and on things you're passionate and creative about. And like I said, if they're two different people, again, you've worked on both. You've worked on the fire sign and you've worked on the earth sign. But this sacrifice is what you're not sure about. You're not sure if that's... I don't think you feel the fire sign is worth the sacrifice. And I think you believe that to be true. But if you want it to go the other way, then you need to believe that maybe it is worth the sacrifice. Who knows? Okay, pile number 3, that was you. And again, thank you so much for everything you do. We really, really appreciate it. And I hope you have a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay, pile number 4. Let's see what we got for you guys. Oh, reminiscing. Interesting. Wow, your love life's about to explode. Okay. Passionate love offer. Coming in fairly fast. It's not the fastest, but it is coming in fairly fast. You've been reminiscing, you've been, this could be someone you've known before or someone you've been with before. You may have even known them from childhood. But they're coming in with a clear, concise offer for you. Now, if this is love related, and I feel it may be because the love cards that have come out for you, we've got soulmate, and basically it says, yes, this is your soulmate. Obviously, hang on, I'll come back to that. We've also got attraction, okay? So, you know, it's a romantic love you are attracting at the moment. Maybe you've been working really hard on yourself. This offer that's coming in is from someone who knows their own mind. They're very direct with what they want to say. You will get honesty and integrity from them. There's no way. They're very clear with what they want to say to you. Very, very clear with what they want to say to you and what they want from you. Like I said, it's someone you possibly have known before. Could be a fire sign. Your fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Could be an air sign. Your air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Aquarius, yes. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So they could be either of those signs, or maybe you're one of those signs. Maybe you're the fire sign, maybe they're the air sign, vice versa. You'll know. If not, they have those sort of energies. So if you know anything about star signs, then they'll have them sort of energies. The fire energy is normally very passionate, very creative, can be a little prideful at times, but not to a derogatory sort of standard. You have been working on something. It hasn't taken off as quick. Could possibly be this relationship. If this is a relationship, it's not taken off as quick as you want, but I do sense some traveling, a possible holiday together maybe in the not too far future. I'm kind of covering the next few months here, so it's Christmas Eve today that I'm doing this. So sort of like March time, April, around that, you know, be a little fluid with it around that time. So yeah, you may be booking a holiday together or something along them lines. But yeah, you are, I mean, this thing you've had to be patient with, and you've had to bide your time with. Like I said, I mean, it could be a work situation. You could have options at work, but I if I'm honest, I feel this is more a love reading. This one has more love involved in it. But this person's really clear. They know exactly what they want from you and what they don't. And like I said, I feel you've known them before. I feel as well, you may have actually been trying to get this relationship off the ground, and you felt like you were hitting brick walls. It weren't going anywhere. And now all of a sudden they've turned and their attention is on you. I feel it's very possible they were probably dealing with their own shit and they needed to sort it out. Maybe they're even in another country at the moment, and they're going to have to travel to come and see you, or you're going to have to travel to come and see them. But I do feel things are clear cut now. Okay, if that hasn't happened yet, and like I said, it's Christmas Eve, I feel that is definitely going to happen in the next few months. And it is a possible soulmate twin flame. Now, the other thing that happens when the soulmate comes up, though, because this has the attraction card next to it, I definitely see it more as a love thing. Soulmates can also be family members, friends, siblings, all of that sort of thing. So it could be maybe a childhood friend is coming back into your life. You know, it could just be that. It might not be romantic, though. I think that will be a very, very small amount of you. For the majority of you, I do feel it is, this is a new romance. Or if you're not single, if you're in a relationship, then what's happening is, okay, your relationship's moving up a stage. And I think this holiday or this get together, maybe it's been, I don't want to say rocky, because I don't really see any rockiness here. I think maybe it's, you know, life gets in the way, and we don't put the work into our relationships, you know, our stable relationships like we should, because we're busy doing this. And let's be honest, if you guys are paramedics, when are you not busy? I mean, you work all the hours God sends, God bless you. So, you know, it could be that you haven't been giving each other enough attention lately and things like that. And maybe you or your partners turned around and said, look, it's time for us to put some work back into this. You know, it's, you know, we've kind of taken each other for granted or something along them lines. Enough. And maybe a little, you're going to book a little trip away or something like that. Here he comes, Nosy. No, he's gone. Sorry, my dog. Yes, a little trip away. I think, and heading off somewhere where it's warm. I mean, it's winter here. If you're in the northern hemisphere, hello, it's winter here. Go sit down, please. Thank you. Yeah, trip away somewhere warm, something like that. Okay, or like I said, if you're single or you're kind of in a new relationship or whatever, you know, they might be overseas, they might not actually be in the country at the moment, maybe they live abroad permanently, you know, and one of you is going to have to travel to see the other one. Okay, I hope that made sense. With that, here's your angel answer card. Ta-da! So if you just think of a question, and then I'll show you the answer, and hopefully it will answer your question for you, pile number 4. It's up to you. You see that clearly? It's up to you. I love that card. Because if you can see, she's sort of, again, I still think this is to do with love, because she's, if you can see, she's sort of got her hand on her heart, but she's pointing out as if to go, to you. I want you. I still feel this entire reading is more love reading than anything else. I really do. So I think if you really want this person, you need to be the King of Swords. You need to be clear and concise about what you want. Speak up, open your mouth, say exactly what it is you want from this relationship. Sorry, that's my son. I hope you didn't hear that. Sorry, one sec. Are you okay? Okay, give me a second. I'm coming. Sorry, my son's hurt. I'm going to have to go. But yes, speak clear and concisely. Okay? All right. And thank you again for everything you do. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.